almost have 200 subs.
That's good.
I mean, followers, not subs. I don't have subs.
It costs money.
I got the money back. I got the money from Twitch Rivals.
Oh, yeah?
$200.
How do you send it to you? PayPal?
PayPal.
Nice.
USD. So it's like 250.
So you can upgrade now.
Into
a nicer mic?
Oh, that's not happening. Come on, man.
Why not?
I'm not Ninja.
What do you mean Ninja? That doesn't have to do anything.
You don't know who Ninja is?
Yeah, he's losing a lot of subscribers.
Oh shit, is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's not the number one guy anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Fall
really
from
care,
grace.
So. I don't really care. So.
It's fine.
Did you see the new trailer? You saw
Yeah, I watched it. The guy's reading a book, and
yeah.
I don't know who that guy is though. He's apparently popular, an actor. I don't know who he is. Or is he the head developer?
He's like the head developer.
Are you serious? I thought he was an actor. He was doing a really good job.
He's like a creative designer.
Oh
no.
Are you sure it's not an actor?
No. He's like one of the. Okay, you know how Ben Bro left?
Yeah.
He was with Ben Bro in a lot of the older videos.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
He just looks like some old white guy actor to me.
He just gets overshadowed because Ben Bro is
so in your face.
So in your face, man.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's live.
Oh,
so
well,
I don't know if you wanna.
No,
start.
we just talk about shenanigans in the beginning.
Yeah, get one viewer and then we'll start talking about it.
Now tell me, why are you so fucking lazy and not uploading the things to YouTube?
It's too much work.
Too much work.
You have to understand me as an individual.
Okay, explain to me.
I only do things that's good for me.
Okay, and how's this not good for you?
So I'm basically just a selfish, lazy dude who have his own self-interest when he's in front of the computer, which is play Hearthstone.
Yeah, but you can upload on YouTube in the background and still play Hearthstone, no?
Too much work!
It's not hard. You go to YouTube, you click upload, and you drag the file into the thing.
Just look at me, man. I'm a lazy schmuck. I'm a lazy schmuck.
You know, I'm trying to teach you life lessons from the older man here that's experienced what you've experienced.
Dude, people think you're my brother.
That's fine. We joke. That's the joke. We look nothing alike. Who's older though? That's the question.
Who's older?
We should post that.
Probably the guy with the bigger bones.
We should ask people.
When we get one viewer.
No, forget that. Let's start. Well.
Oh wait, this is not. Oh, it's March 16th. Okay, you changed the date. That's good.
Yeah, I can
Nice.
count the date.
Nice.
It was hard for me a second. I wasn't wearing my watch, and then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know what day it is anymore.
You have a watch?
Yeah, I wear one every day. Usually.
Why do you have a watch when you have a phone?
Cause my watch, I can just go. Where's my phone? I'm like. And then I turn it on and then turn it off.
And then you can do other things like.
Like what?
Read.
No, I don't want to do that. I just want to see the time to see where I'm going. And see if I have to meet people and I've been away too long. I just don't like keep turning on and off my phone. That drains the battery so fast, right?
See, my phone is pretty good because I don't know how to do anything.
You mean the screen's always on?
No, I have the fingerprint thing.
Yeah, I have one too, but I still don't like to turn it on like that, right? Because it drains, and then I have to turn it off, and then I have to put it away all the time. To me, it's just like, okay, oh, we have one viewer. Oh shit, we gotta start the show.
Oh shit, how did we get one viewer?
Alright, yeah.
What the fuck?
Pay attention. Actions. Who is it?
Oh no, I don't know this person.
Okay, alright, act cool. Oh, did you change the thing?
Change what thing?
The thing on the internet? The Twitch? The title?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, cool.
Yeah, dude, I got you covered, man.
Okay, let's start now. Welcome everyone to another episode of The Player and the Pro, episode 9, Rise of the Shadows. I'm your host, Casual Player Will. I'm joined by my co-host, Leaderboard Tachi.
Sup?
Another week, another dollar. But what has happened this week, Tachi?
Well, to start the week, I'm not gonna talk about the new expansion yet. Basically, the leaderboard came out.
Oh yeah, shit, I didn't pay attention.
So, Guess what I got?
You got a big smirk on your face. So, all right, I'll start. So, is it top 50?
Oh yeah, it's top 50 easy. I'm top 50 every month, dude. Okay.
Okay, are we top 10? Okay, should I keep going? Or do I
Keep
stop?
going, man. Keep going.
Keep going. Are we top 5?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, man. Keep
Are
going.
we top 3?
Number 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Woo!
We'll bring that up later.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh,
You're holding
yeah.
on to me, brother. Holding on to me. I didn't know you're top 3. You should have said something to me. I didn't see something on Facebook saying I kicked ass. That's the problem with you. You don't advertise enough.
I don't. That's the thing. I'm so anti advertisement that I don't do anything.
Wait, that's not you.
Hey, buddy. That's standard, okay?
Oh.
That's standard. It's standard. Anyways, let's go on with the show. We'll talk about this later.
Weren't you all down and like, oh, my average is only 7.7 this month?
I don't know. It got better.
Oh, what's your average in the end? Come on, don't say number 3. Give me the numbers.
All right.
Or give the people the numbers.
Yeah. Why don't we just switch over to see?
I don't know how to operate this. I just talk and look pretty.
That's fine, dude. You can look pretty. Okay. So here's the numbers.
Who's Meow?
8.47.
Who are these other guys?
Meow is this they're like a
Team?
They're like a team in China where
Doesn't count. Next.
where they just play arena.
Cheaters. Who's Cornyard?
No idea. Never post on Reddit. I don't know who they are. I know Tachi. That's me.
Me too. Boozer.
Boozer. Good friend of mine.
Never heard of him. I'm joking, Boozer.
He got 8.43 early on, and then he went on EU. And then he got on EU leaderboard too.
Oh shit.
But I just kept playing, and I beat him by 1 win.
Them's the breaks, Boozers. Better luck next month.
And then Judge, I recently stumbled upon this guy. He's also in Canada. He's in Waterloo. He's this white dude. Nobody has heard of him, but
how do you know he's white?
Because he streams too.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Ting Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. Dreads.
Anyways.
That was the top
Riff
10.
Raft. Where's Hafu?
Hafu, I don't think plays arena anymore. I think
What did she do?
I think she moves on to auto chess or something.
Auto chess?
You never heard of auto chess?
No.
It's a game in Dota.
I don't care. Next.
Okay.
All right. Congratulations. One day. Oh, so we got 2 pieces of good news this week.
Yeah.
We'll save mine for later in the show. Stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned.
All right, on to the next one.
Okay, so other than the leaderboard, the new expansion has been announced on Thursday. Pretty exciting stuff.
Remember how last week we were so dragging our feet trying to figure out what to talk about? This week, thank God you did something, Blizzard. Now we can talk about cards and cool things. So Rise of Shadows, the background is, I guess, these Rafarian and all these thugs from the previous sets are ganging up to form the Sinister Six, right?
Yeah.
Or what do you call it?
Yeah.
What was the Justice League's evil empire? The League of Evil or something like that? Or, the nemesis of the Justice League?
Yeah, I don't know what they call themselves.
But you remember how, like, they assembled the team of bad guys, right? You don't know?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what they're called.
Okay, it was like the Sinister Six, though. You know those? The Spider-Man gang? Anyways. So the previous bad guys couldn't cut it on their own, so they decided to join up and work together to take down Rob Dalaran, which is apparently it's the richest city in the world. It flies too, so
yeah, it's like a mage
home.
Yeah, it's like a home for mage. Okay. I don't know. I don't follow the
lore. You don't follow
the
lore or play WoW.
I just know it's like a magical place.
Anyways, that's the gist of it from what I could watch from the video and figure it out. So they did release some new cards with the new quote unquote, what do you call it? Keywords. I call them mechanics from the Magic days, which is new abilities or new features on the cards that are apparently like the overkill. Like what was the other one last turn? Overkill and magnetic, and then the
in Wishwood it was Echo,
right? All these cool little features. Usually, I don't know how big they are in standard, but in arena they tend to be more important, I feel. Like, they actually have uses because we have to play with these cards more often than you want.
Yeah, just from what I've seen so far, Twin Spell could be pretty strong.
Go, describe us. The first card, Tachi.
Which one? You want to talk about
Twin
the legendary?
Spells. Twin Spells. Fuck those other cards.
So Twin Spell is basically if you cast it, you can cast it again.
On the same turn or the next turn. So
but
it's like
I think for balance reasons, they might just make it more than 5 mana so that you can't cast 2 in the same turn.
I think it depends what it is.
It depends what it is. But these cards should be... But then you look at this card, like the...
Read the card.
It's called the Forest's Aid, 8 mana, Twin Spell, summon 5/2/2 Treants.
Now, on the surface, is that a good card?
It's a lot of stats, for sure, for 8 mana.
But well, do you think it's a good card, first of all?
It's going to depend on how much 2 damage AoE there is in the meta. That's all it does. Because, like, if you look at Violet Worm, right, it's 8 mana, 7/7. And then it summons 7 1/1s. This is 8 mana, 10/10 worth of stats on its face value. And then you can cast it again next turn.
Thanks for cutting me. My main concern with this card is it summons 5/2/2s on turn 8. It's like, okay, if I'm behind, do 5/2/2s cover it? And then number 2, if I'm ahead, if I have... Let's say I have 3 minions already on the board. I only get 4 2/2s, right? It kind of knocks it off that way, right? So I kind of get handcuffed by the ability. Like, can I cast it 2 turns in a row? That's also the next question, right?
It does feel a little bit weaker than the card we have right now, Living Mana.
Yeah.
Right, it summons 2/2s, but it drains your mana.
Yeah, but then you can pop it on turn.
You could pop it.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good with Savage Roar, that's for sure. Savage Roar is still going to be in the meta. It's a classic card. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like this one is kind of weak because it fills up my board, and then can I really cast it the next turn unless I use all my creatures to, like, suicide and then I cast it?
I think if you're even or ahead, this card is pretty good. But if you're behind, obviously it doesn't do anything. But it's the same reason why Violet Worm, if you're behind, Violet Worm is not going to do you much either.
Yeah.
So, but this definitely fits the Druid's flavor.
Okay.
Now it's just spamming little dudes and then killing you with Savage Roar.
Yeah, it's like an Echo with an extra turn, basically, right? A super Echo, more or less. So I don't know if they'll probably make one that's like 5 mana.
It looks strong. It looks strong. I don't know how strong it's gonna be, but it looks strong.
Okay. Next keyword, I guess lackey.
Lackeys.
So lackeys.
Add 2 random lackeys to your hand. So these lackeys are like 1 mana minions.
With battle cries or do something like that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. They all have their own battle cries. And they said they're going to release different lackeys throughout the expansion. So the pool of lackeys increases with this card. So it might get worse or better.
The first few, they showed how many? 4 or 6?
I think they showed like 4.
The 4 of them that I saw looked pretty good. One of them was like draw a card or freeze a minion or discover a card or I forget what it was exactly, but they seem like pretty useful cards. Like I wouldn't mind getting some of them lackeys. Like first of all, 3 mana for a 1/5, and you get 2 lackeys.
I mean,
that's
3 mana for 1/5 is kind of weak though. Like
yeah, but it gives you a lackey. So come on, you gotta look at it that 2 lackeys that do something that offset the difference too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of slow for rogue.
Well, it's a rogue card, so it gives you more cards, and the lackeys are 1 mana, so that falls into rogue's wheelhouse combo system, right? Where they're just gonna combo out with these 1 mana cards.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of slow. I'm gonna have to see it in practice, but it looks kind of slow. Okay. Because you have to play this on probably turn 6.
Coin turn 2.
Right, like coin turn 2 is kind of weak. You'd rather play a 3/4.
If there is 3/4s, you don't know if there's any more, right?
If you play on turn 4, you have to have a 1-drop, but you probably played your 1-drop on turn 1 or turn 3. So,
we're going a little bit too deep. We don't know the rest of the cards yet.
But here's also the thing, all right? Rogue doesn't really draft 2 drops, so you can't really play this on turn 5 either. once you think about it some more, the combo is actually kind of a restriction here.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why they make it fair.
Yeah.
We'll see. As the blackies get better, maybe you'll change your tune and make a deck just to get them
I
off.
mean, if you compare this with Ravencaller, it's much better than Ravencaller, that's for sure.
Well,
the lackeys. But is it better than SI7 agent? I don't think so.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
I think SI7 has better body and
we'll
better
see how many
effects.
X1s there are, right?
Why don't we just talk about some of the other cards?
Okay, Forbidden Words, 0 mana. They're going back to an old system where it's like spend all your mana, destroy a minion with that much attack or less.
Yeah.
So they used to do this with the other. It's basically, wasn't this a mage card?
It was called Forbidden Flame in Mage,
Which would deal damage. Right?
which will deal damage, which is it's hard. I think this will on average be cheaper than the other card because a lot of minions have lower attack than health. Like a lot of 5-drops have 4 attack, right?
Yeah.
And then you use 4 mana to kill a card. That's pretty good.
Well, you have to.
Oh, but
you have to time it. You have to time.
Oh yeah, you have to time it. It always spend all your mana.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So maybe not. Maybe it's
Yeah.
kind of better. It's kind of worse. I'm not sure how to really use these cards. I always found them kind of like, oh, there goes my whole turn. I can't do anything else. It never worked out perfectly. Where like
This feels like
skill. How skillful do you think?
Yeah,
it is?
you gotta plan out your turns. It looks like a more flexible Shadow Word Pain.
Yes.
That's
You can hit those
as much
4
as-
power creatures, which is weakness.
Yeah.
Weakness. They could never deal with them.
in this expansion. Priest will not have that 4 attack minion weakness.
Yeah.
And they will still have Potion of Madness. So
Enjoy that, folks.
oh god, I have a headache just thinking about the card.
Hey, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Okay.
The next card is 5 mana Hagatha's Scheme. Deal 1 damage to all minion. Seems underwhelming, but it has the new keyword or new system where it's upgrades each turn.
Yeah.
So it's like the opposite of the Nerubian Prophet. Remember how he was a 6 mana 4/4, but each turn he's in your hand, he costs 1 less mana.
Yeah.
The opposite effect is this card, whereas each turn it's in your hand, it increases damage.
Kind of annoying card to be honest, because you can't really play around it. There's no way to make a good read.
My question is, do you keep this if you draw it in the opening?
No,
do you mulligan it?
You don't do. Yeah, I always.
Really?
There's no way you should be taking a board clear in your opening hand. Never.
No?
Never.
So let's
Unless it's Defile. Defile is the only, and it's only when I'm going second I'll keep Defile. I will never keep Defile going first.
Is this a Warlock?
This is a Shaman.
Oh, it's a Shaman, dude. Dude, I'd keep this.
Nah, that's...
Shaman's always behind, man. They're always like a sad guy. Remember how Shaman's always behind and then they would volcano and come back?
No. Cause yeah, I mean nowadays I'm not even scared of Volcano because they need to have like 2 volcanoes back to back
Okay.
to do anything.
Okay, so but then this card seems underwhelming if you don't keep it. Let's say you draw it on turn 4. By turn 5, it deals only 2 damage, so you're not gonna
Yeah,
play
but
it
you
back.
don't have to play it on turn 5. That's the thing with board clears, right? You usually hold board clears, right?
But you don't want it on turn 1, so it's like a deal 10 damage when it's good to go. To clear the board.
I mean even on turn 10 you clear everything and then you can drop something.
A 5-drop, yes.
This card's actually better than Volcano probably because it has no overload.
Yeah.
So
But then the problem is you have to charge it up in your hand.
yeah.
So that's a drawback on its own.
No, I mean you can just play it because it's a
You said you would not keep it in your starting hand.
yeah.
So let's say you draw it on turn 10. By then it's weak.
I mean the chance you draw on turn 10 is pretty low.
Or
too.
like let's say turn 10 and beyond, right?
Yeah, but it's like at turn 10 and beyond, do you really need a board clear?
I don't know. It depends what the situation is.
Yeah, probably not. You're probably both top decking and you want something big.
Okay. Anything else cool?
3 mana 3/4 is always good.
Spell
for
word
arena.
Jeweler. Battle cry. Your hero can't be targeted by spells or hero powers until your next turn. Mage, no more. What do you call it? Pyroblast this turn, bro.
Dude, this week, man, I faced a mage at 2-0 or 2-1. I faced a mage at 2-1, and he played 3 fireballs. He drafted
Fireballs. I haven't seen a fireball in ages.
he drafted 3 fireballs.
And he killed you?
Yeah, and on like turn 10, exactly turn 10, he top decked the 3rd fireball when I have exactly 13 health left. Okay, so he fireballed me twice on turn 10 to kill me exactly. I'm just like, how did this happen? This 3 fireballs in one. Anyways, it's a 3 mana 3/4.
It's gonna be premium, you think? Well,
it's always gonna be good.
so you're just gonna drop it on turn 3, so it doesn't
I'm just
really
gonna
matter.
drop it on turn 3.
So it doesn't matter.
It's kind of like Cobalt Monk, right? Cobalt Monk is a 4 mana 3/6.
Prevents you from spells, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it on turn 4. The stats are really good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Arch Villain Rafim, 7 mana, 7/8 legendary.
Rafam.
Rafam. Taunt. Battle Cry. Replace your hand and deck with legendary minions. On the surface, this looks like a great card, but ultimately, there's a ton of bad legendaries now.
Tons of bad legendaries.
So it might be good, it might be bad, but at least he taunts. So that'll
here's
keep
the
you...
thing, right? In Rastakhan, there was a lot of bad legendaries.
Yeah.
By itself, most of the legendaries in Rastakhan are synergistic, but that expansion is gone. Boomsday is gone. Boomsday had a lot of crappy legendaries too.
Yeah, I opened a ton of them.
But Witchwood has. I can't remember much in Witchwood.
No, the legendary. Some of them are awful.
You can get Kels'Zad.
Moving on. Next slide.
7 mana, 7/8. So
Tom, that's fine on its own.
I want to talk about this because when people have the Arena HS Reddit, right? I made the comment too. I'm just like, 7 mana, 7/8 taunt. It's pretty good stats.
Yes.
But here's the thing, right? After turn 6, the stats doesn't matter that much, right? Like, remember the Shaman Legendary? It was a 6 mana 7/7 Grumble, right? When we initially saw it, we were like, oh my god, it's so overstated.
Wait, tell me what it does?
Battle Cry returns your minions into your hand and costs 1.
Oh, is he an elemental too?
Yeah, he's an elemental.
Right.
Here's the thing, right? In late game, minions are always overstated. That's like not the point of the card. So you have to look at its effect. So Violet Worm, for example, for 1 extra mana, you get 7 more 1/1s. Yeah. This thing only gives you 1 health for 7 mana. I mean, taunt is good, but
taunt's important.
It's not like, you know, it's not like 7 1/1's good.
It looks like a fun card ultimately, right? That changes your deck.
Yeah, I would say it's better than Lord Jirax's, probably. It's faster than Lord Jirax's. That's what I mean.
My point is, this card is a fun card. Ultimately, it doesn't do anything, and if anything, if you're a good player, it makes things worse for you because it ruins your deck. Mm-hmm. And you have no spells, and you just have legendary minions. Could be a complete shit show. Yeah, if you're a good player, you probably don't want to take this as much. But if you're just a casual player, you want to have some fun, then drop this on turn 7.
Just drop it on turn
7.
See what happens.
Man, it might...
There's a lot of good turn 8 legendaries. You know, there's Tyrion.
Frost... What's his name? Frost Lord? Death King. No, Lich King.
Lich King is out of this rotation. Kels'Zad? Dude, Kels'Zad was like the OG legendary, man.
Change the next slide. Let's move along here.
Chef Nomi. I'm not even gonna talk about this card. I'm pretty sure it's totally irrelevant.
Standard.
Yeah, to Arena.
Wasn't there some jerk that would ruin? Oh, it's Death Mechathune.
Mechathune. Yeah, people are kind of saying how right now in Constructed,
everyone's decking you.
No, Rogue has Myra's Unstable Element, right? It draws your entire deck on turn 5, and then you know you could just coin this on turn 6.
And you hope the guy can't clear your board somehow.
There is nothing right now in Standard that could deal with a board of 6/6s on turn 7.
Hagatha's scheme.
I guess if you keep in your opening hand, sure.
Hey, if the meta says rogues are gonna run this, then you have to counter it.
Yeah, 7 mana 6/6. That's 7 mana 42/42. 42/42 on turn 7, dude. You thought Omega Agent was bad. Jesus Christ. Anyways, we don't care about...
That's a standard thing.
We don't care about Standard. Caligos.
10 mana 4/12 dragon. I like 4/12 dragons. Your first spell each turn costs 0. Oh, it's a mage card, by the way. Of course it is. Battle cry. Discover a spell.
So basically, the spell you discover is
Free.
probably free.
Yeah.
Unless you coin to play this card, and then your next spell is not free.
Oh, really? Oh, well, then don't coin this guy. Come on.
Yeah, but people are gonna do it, right? Like,
No, this
people
is...
are gonna do it.
In Arena, this is like a freaking bomb. You win the game with this damn thing.
Nah, I don't think it's that good. Cause just look at Malagos, right? It's 9 mana, 4/12. You got 6 spell damage, but it's like, how often?
Yeah, but you
Do
get
you
a
still have-
spell with this guy.
Yeah, but I don't know if you picked Primordial Glyphs lately. There's a lot of shitty spells you can get.
I
man.
don't pick that card. I don't like it.
Primordial Glyph?
I feel like it's in a bucket where I pick the other cards more.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's kind of the same situation as this legendary, right? Like, sure, if you get a Flame Strike, yeah, you get a on turn 10 you could play a Flame Strike. But how often are you gonna keep spells that's already in your hand by turn 10, just so you can get this effect off?
No, you'll probably have no spells, and you discover the spell.
And you
get that for
discover
free.
the spell,
Which-
and you then have to rely on that spell being really, really good. But what if you get 3 shitty options?
It could happen.
Then you just wasted your turn 10 by playing a 4/12. 4/12, by the way, if you look at Spike Rich Steed, that's 6 mana 4/12 worth of stats for 6 mana. Okay, so 10 mana 4/12 is so slow. It's like...
Yeah, but you gotta realize the main point is the spell that you get for free.
Yeah, but would you say this is better than Ysera?
No.
Exactly. So,
I don't think it's better than Sleeping Dragon, which is my new favorite card.
Sleepy Dragon?
We'll get to that soon. Next page, slide.
That's everything. That's all the minions.
I'm excited. They're actually releasing things, so we'll have more cards to talk about next week.
They released another rogue card, which I don't want to talk about because it's not really arena related. It's like
Then don't talk about it. Move it along.
it's kind of like Haxa Scheme, but it also upgrades each turn, and you could copy like an additional You basically copy a minion, and then if it stays in your hand more, then they have more copies. I don't know how it's worded.
That sounds awesome. How much does it cost?
So it's like it's 1 mana
So I can play 1 mana, copy a minion. Like put another one on the board or put one in my hand.
in your deck.
Oh.
So it's like gang up, right? It's so bad.
That's horrible.
Because you think about gang up back in the days,
That
gang
was
up's
unplayable.
horrible. Yeah.
I thought that was cool. But
Like
then
even Lab Recruiter, 2 mana 3/2.
That's a
You get 3 copies. I'd rather it just be a normal 3/2. Because if you have a 1 mana minion, you don't want to copy 3 1 mana minions.
fills your deck up with junk.
Was trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that. Speaking of which, this is unrelated, but I was facing a mage earlier today, and he played turn 2 Primordial Glyph into turn 3 Deck of Wonders. This is at 10 wins.
Deck of Wonders does what? Cast a random spell or something like that when it's drawn?
No. It shuffles 5 copies of a random spell into your deck. And then when it's drawn, you play it.
randomly.
It's automatically played.
Okay. Did you win?
I won.
Oh.
It was close, but I won.
Oh.
And I'm just like, if I lost to this guy who skipped turn 2 and turn 3 to play a totally random deck that could fuck up his deck, and he high rolled amazingly well, okay? He played that on turn 3. On turn 4,
He drew it.
he immediately drew 1, and it gave him upgrade. So upgrade is a weapon. It's a
Oh,
1
wow.
mana 1/3 weapon, and it was so useful because I had a gastropod on the fucking board. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then later on, he drew this board clear, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Anyways, I won that game. I got to 11. I had an 11 win shaman before you came. That was pretty good.
Just 11?
Just 11. I didn't hit 12, man. I didn't hit 12.
Alright, here we go. Now the fun part. Surprise number 2. Someone here got a 12er. Again.
Oh my god. How? Who?
I know what happened. I better buy a lottery ticket.
Oh god.
We'll pull up the deck. Where is it?
Okay.
Alright, so we can look at, go to deck basics, I guess, just to see what the number was.
Deck
Let's
basics.
see the ranking. Now 71.4.
Oh,
That's high?
that's pretty high.
That's
yeah,
high, okay.
that's pretty high
I've,
actually.
I've had decks with that, and I've ended up getting like 4 wins. So I don't think it really matters. The number means nothing to me. But let's go over the draft then. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, choice of review.
So pick one. What was your pick one? Peacekeeper, Stone, Hill Defender, Unidentified Maul. I was really close to picking Maul, but I went with this Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I like Eldor better, and I think here, if Eldor wasn't there, I probably would have taken the Maul.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards.
Here is like another case where Hearth Arena doesn't really know what they're talking about. Like Maul is just super good.
Better than Defender. Yeah.
Better than
I told you how Defender was really slow, and I used to love it, but I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Pick 2. Here it is. Silver Swords, Righteous, Protector, Argent Protector.
I also like it how Hearth Arena doesn't like Silver Sword. I don't know why, but it's basically auto pick, so good for you.
Here's where it gets tricky.
Snail? Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Snail, Hammer, or Disciple.
Oh, this though.
This is where it got really tricky. I'm like, I don't want another weapon.
Yeah, I probably would have took the Steed.
You would have took the Steed. Consecration. That won me a game or 2. Next pick.
Yeah, but how many games would it have won if you had Steed?
Who knows? We'll never find out. Next turn.
3-drop? Yeah.
3/4 Hammer or Halftime Scavenger. I thought you pick the Halftime Scavenger. Isn't he your favorite?
Spider Tank. Sure. What happened? Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the Spider Tank.
Not Halftime? I thought you liked Halftime.
No, not in Paladin. I like it in Rogue and Warlock.
Okay.
But Paladin, you want to be a little bit more aggressive.
Okay. Pick 5. Classic former champ. I actually listened to your advice where the first 10 picks I didn't go for a curve at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked the best cards.
Yeah.
And I think that made a difference because usually I might have picked in Tuskar or the Mekaru.
Yeah, no, don't worry about curve in your first
few picks. Okay.
Green Jelly, yep, pretty good. These other 2 cards are kind of shitty.
Oh, here we go. Here was the tough pick where I picked Sleeping Dragon over Bulldozer and Explodinator. Well, it was basically between Bulldozer and Sleeping Dragon, unless you wanted Explodinator just for curve.
Yeah, I might have thought about Explodinator because you have Silver Sword, but that's all you have, so I think it's a little bit too early. I think Sleepy Dragon will, on average, be a better card.
Okay. Pick 10. Benevolent Dijin, Strangled Horn Tiger, and Chillblade Champion.
Okay. I don't really like the Jin here.
Really? Okay.
But I don't really like the Tiger either.
You like Chillblade?
So I probably would have took Chillblade.
I don't know. I find him like... He doesn't have to find choose. Just rush and lifesteal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's just like a 4-mana 3/2. It's like a shitty 6/2. What's he called? Or 2/6? What's that guy called? Messenger or something?
Swift Messenger.
Swift Messenger.
I mean, here's the thing, right? If you took the Spike Ridge Steed, I would have took the Chillblade Champion, but you didn't take the Steed, so Jin is okay. They're pretty similar, but yeah. I mean, 2 4s are actually kind of good in this meta because a lot of players pick 3 4s.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't really kill the 2 4
unless they ping it or do something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you want.
Which is kind of what you want. Okay. Yeah.
Pick 10. A new challenger.
Yeah,
Crystal Lion, Arcane Dynamo.
This is probably the only time I would pick a new challenger here because the other 2 are kind of.
You don't like Crystal Lion?
I don't like Crystal Lion.
I like it. I didn't like Arcane Dynamo because what does the goddamn Paladin have that's more than 5 or was it 6 mana?
Well, they have Spike Ridge Steed, Dino Size.
Oh shit! I was thinking of the one that's like gain 8 life, draw 3 cards, or Avenging Wrath. I'm like, these cards suck. I don't want those.
Yeah, but the chance you get Steed is fairly high. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right.
But no, I still wouldn't pick it because it's such anti-tempo.
Yeah.
Like it's like a 3/4. That's a 3 mana worth of stats just to discover a card. That's Most Shock Announcer, good. A little bit heavy on 5s now. I probably would have took the Tar Creeper here.
Nah, I wanted beef because I was thinking, okay, on average, I'll get the Crystal Lion for 5.
Wow, you took the Ghostly Charger over Fungalmancer. Interesting.
Fungal. I don't know. I just wanted something different, right? I don't play Paladin often. I was thinking Ghostly Charger has smashed me multiple times, and it's kind of annoying because it's a 3/4 and it sticks around too. So that's the annoying thing. Yeah. Here's where I started to think about curve more. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, by pick 15, you're thinking about curve a little bit more. Spring Rocket, pretty obvious pick here. I don't think Black Knight
Black
versus.
Knight,
Oh,
Ziliax. This is.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Hearth Arena likes Black Knight so much.
I like Black Knight. Whenever I played it, it was brutal. I did not realize the tempo swing on the Black Knight and how disgusting it is. Not only does it kill, like I wouldn't use it to kill a weak taunt. I use it to kill like a 7+ mana taunt, and I get a 4 or 5 out of it. It's like, god damn. I remember for my game 12, the guy conceded when I killed his what was that guy? The 7-4-11 or 7-11? What's his name? The warrior taunt.
Tar Lord.
Tar Lord. I remember when I Black Knight his Tar Lord, he immediately conceded. He's like, "Fuck this."
Did that happen in this run?
That was my 12th win.
Nice.
Like I was on top of him, and he plays like, "Okay, I'm gonna Tar Lord and I stabilized, and I Black Knighted it," and then he's like, "Fuck this." He conceded right afterwards. He was so mad.
Yeah, high wins. You see a lot of people drafting late game taunts.
I think that's just the general strategy, right? 16. I put Bright Out Scout because I was thinking. Would you have a Bright Out Scout, or would you rather have the 2/4 draw card? What's the name?
There's not that much discussion here. It's obviously the best pick. Like even
Chillblade? I thought you liked Chillblade.
Dude. No, not as much as this.
Okay, all right.
Like, look, when there's like a 20-point difference, I don't really look at it. It's like, yeah, you take it.
Okay, here we go. Ziliax over Ondasta. Ondasta, I was thinking like, oh, it's great, but then I don't have a single beast.
I'm one of the few people who don't like Ondasta. I think it's overrated.
Well, it depends if you have beast or not. Like my only beast, I think, was the goddamn.
No, even when I had a deck with 2 Violet Worms.
No.
I had a deck with 2 Violet Worms and 2 Ondastas.
2 Ondastas.
2 Ondastas, and it still didn't do that well. Like it didn't give me a 12.
Okay.
So it's kind of here's what you have to think about, right? Like Ondasta has 9 mana. That's like the problem. It's 9 mana. A lot of games are decided before you even make it to turn 9. So unless your deck is filled with removals, small removals to last you that long, Ondasta is not that good for you. It doesn't fit your deck. So I would say for Paladin as well, you usually just avoid late game cards unless they're like insanely good.
What do you call that one? Dino Size.
Dino Size is insanely good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
Dragon Maul Scorcher. Let's have more board clears. Why not? Let's have more
Dragon
board
Maul
clears.
Scorchers is great.
Oh, here we go. Auto Defense Matrix.
Yeah.
That card was like one of my MVPs.
Nice.
Next, pick 20. Sunwalker, Worgen Abomination, Phantom Militia. I think you would have gone with Worgen in this situation.
I don't know. I don't actually like Worgen that much.
Especially in a Paladin. It doesn't seem to do the damage.
Yeah, you gotta be ahead. Yeah. You gotta be pretty ahead.
I don't know. Sunwalker for me worked out pretty well. It's a classic, taunt, divine shield.
Yeah, Sunwalker has been really good in this meta because there's not that many good 6-drops. So just slamming it on 6 is pretty good.
And then he can usually eat the 5s and the 4s.
Yeah.
It takes like more than one card and some pings to deal with it.
Darmo, okay.
Darmo, I want a 1-drop. Let's get on the board.
I probably would have taken Monty Warbear here. It's like a 30-point difference.
You know what? I was thinking that, but then I'm like, okay, I have so many taunts. I need a 4-drop. I don't have any good 4-drops.
Right, you don't have a Bright Eye Scout.
That's not really a 4-drop. That's a weak 3-drop. And I have a Consecration, which is not really a minion. So I'm like, okay, I got to drop something on 4, and hopefully... There's one game where... I'll keep going. Where I upgraded my Ticket Scalper, and it drew me like 10 cards. And
What the fuck?
What?
10 cards?
Well, I put Sound the Bells on it.
Holy
Spoiler alert, and then it just like the guy kept. It was a shaman. He kept trying to drop shit. I'm like, dude, you're just feeding me now. It's over, bro.
Hey, that's good. You ended up with enough 4s in the end.
Well, I had to hard pick every single 4.
Oh, how was the Basilisk?
Basilisk was great, especially with the auto defense matrix. We'll talk about that later. How I didn't realize how it worked properly. So maybe we should add that to the weekly segments. How
I probably wouldn't have taken this card.
I just wanted to try it. I wanted to see what would happen.
And
there was most of the times when I would not play it. Because it wasn't really a card to me. But there was a time where, like one time it changed like it changed the Consecration and the former champ, so that's not really anything.
Yeah.
But one time it changed a high drop and Sound the Bells. a 5-drop and Sound the Bells. Oh, it changed former champ and Sound the Bells. So I dropped a former champ for 2 mana.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't have a chance to actually see what would happen if I played Sound the Bells. Would it cost 5 mana or would it cost 2 mana?
No, it will go back to its normal
Oh,
cost.
so that's not too bad then.
Yeah.
So I get 3 Sound the Bells, and then I get the former champ for 2 mana. That's like...
Probably would have played a gnomish there.
I don't know. I'm like, let's just try. I just saw this card. I'm reading it. Like, okay, I have some 1 mana cards, and I have some 8, 9 mana cards. Let's just see what would happen. Like, I have some 1 or 2 mana spells, and I have some really big minions. I was like, let's see what happens. I tried it out. It was okay. Would I try it again? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
Pick 26. What do we have here?
I agree with
Dark
pretty
Conviction.
much all
That's
of it.
just like a removal for a late game. Like, if he pays a big taunt, I can somehow knock it down.
I like this deck. It has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, which is what I was aiming for. And it's balanced and thing. Does a bit of everything.
Yeah, you got.
It's annoying in certain senses. Has just does everything right. Has enough poisonous. Has enough. I was kind of weak on the 2s. The 3s are heavy. 3s are enough situational, enough strength.
Yeah, it's you did pretty good with this.
So there's 2 games that I remember specifically that I want to bring up with the replays. It was the loss to the Warlock, and then when I beat the what do you say? The loss to the Warlock. Here, we'll replay this. How do you
I don't even know how to.
back? No, yeah. Here it is.
Okay, let's go 1.5.
So I'm against a Warlock, and I think he just had my
Actually, let's just start with the mulligan here. You kept Dark Conviction, didn't you?
yeah. No. Why are you shaking your head? Explain.
I mean, you're going second, right? If you're going second, you're looking for 3 drops. You don't actually have a single 3 drop right now.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't even keep the scavenger. I would.
So you just keep the 1/3.
I would go hard on 3 drops.
Okay. Maybe that's why I was behind. I didn't get my 3 drop.
You lost this game, I assume.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
He kept Mortal Coil, which isn't correct either, but he got super lucky getting the Homunculus.
Well, no, he knew that I'm a paladin, so he's hoping turn 2.
No. I mean, if he Mortal Coils on turn 2, I'm very happy that he did that.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so he used up a card when he could just hero power, like
Yeah.
doesn't do anything. I guess it removes a 1 attack minion, but it's
Yeah.
like you could just play a Tar Creeper, like you don't worry about that. Okay. Here I probably would have just coined out the scavenger.
Okay. Maybe I wasn't thinking that.
And
You're
then-
probably right. Yeah.
And then if you coin out the scavenger, you can next turn you can spring rocket and auto defense matrix.
Right. Okay. That's probably where I fell behind. Because when I played the spring rocket, from that point on I was behind for the rest of the game. I could not catch up.
So this thing only removed 1 health minion.
Yeah.
It's a pretty weak use of the card.
Yeah.
So if you coin out the scavenger, and then next turn you could play spring rocket and defense matrix.
We're back even. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But also he had the Dreadlord, so I don't think you could have done anything.
Because he was baiting me. Like he had a Tar Creeper, but it says like I'm gonna draw a card even though I don't really need to, right?
Yeah, this was just a slaughter.
Yeah, at this point I was behind. I'm like, oh, do I Dark Conviction it? And like I feel like,
I mean, I would say your game was already rigged from the beginning when you kept Dark Conviction.
okay,
Like look, it's like turn 6 and you didn't get any use out of it yet.
yeah,
The only time you would keep Dark Conviction is if you have like a Righteous Protector or like an Argent Squire with Divine Shield, because then you could buff it and then it would probably kill whatever 2-drop he has, like a snail, and then you still have a 3/3 body, which is pretty good.
okay,
That's like the only time you keep Dark Conviction. Other time you just, it's like a late game card, right? Like you said, it removes something big, right?
yeah.
Or it makes something big very small. So
And at this point it's over. He has a Mega Agent. He
Yeah,
has
this
Despicable
is-
Dreadlord. He has Demon Bolt. He can do whatever he wants. I'm dead.
yeah, games like these are just kind of decided on your mulligan phase.
Okay, maybe I need to work on that.
Yeah.
This is an interesting game though.
Oh, you won this game. Spoilers. Okay, so
This is against a mage.
okay. You keep the Basilisk. That's good.
close that thing on the top, or says deck tracker? Yeah, it's closed. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I'm behind now. I'll play. I don't want to coin out my basilisk because I have no turn 3. So let's just play a turn 2. Hope he pings it.
Oh my god, this guy. He could have just played the Frost Rider.
Or the Harvest Golem.
Or no, he should have played the Frost Rider. I think he could have froze his own Fairy Dragon and already dealt 3 damage.
Yeah.
But here he just sets himself back pretty far.
Yeah. And then this is where I make my comeback.
Okay, Basilisk, so he has to ping again.
Nope, he does that
what
instead.
the?
So he misplayed. This is what wins.
He has a 2-drop too. He has a 2-drop that gets more value by sticking out on the board. Did you consecrate this?
Yeah, I had to consecrate it. This is where I flipped the board on him.
Oh my god.
This is where I got everything back. Where I made a comeback.
Yeah.
So he lost right there. Or not lost right there.
He
It's still a
didn't
close game.
lose right
It's a
there.
lot. It's still pretty close.
He could ping, yeah, he pings. Okay, now what do you do?
What do you think I do?
Moshog? What? Okay, that's interesting.
Because I'm thinking I go and get the lion out, and it's like he can't deal with it. He has to ping and bump, and it'll still be there.
Mm-hmm.
So he just pings it, and he goes face, so he ignores it.
What? How many wins are you at?
I don't know. Look at the other page.
How many wins?
This is like a 6 or 7. No, it's like the 7th game age, maybe 7 or 10. I don't know. This is like one of the middles.
You went second on both, so I don't really know.
Well, it's not important.
Okay.
So I think this is where I do some nasty things.
Kill the 2/2.
Yeah. Well, I don't want him drawing cards.
Yeah.
So now he has a 1/4. That's useless, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And he pings my line. Yeah, fine. But I still have a 3/3, so that's still in charge of the board.
Did he kill the 3/3?
He's going wide now, so I'm like, oh, god damn it. I'm thinking, pause it? At this point, I'm thinking like, god damn, he's spread, and I'm trying to keep my life high enough because I get a feeling like he's trying to rush me down now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had a Pyro Blast, but I was thinking like,
Did he draw it with his Raven Familiar?
No, he got it somehow. I don't know how.
He just drew it. He just drew it. Okay.
I don't know he had it, but I'm like, I at this point I was like, okay, I gotta level up the board some bit because I'm like, I'm gonna take too much damage in the next few turns.
So you kill the 2/2.
The 2/3.
2/3.
So I want him to use more than just ping. Like I want him to use.
He just played a 6-mana 3/3.
Well, what was his other option, right?
He could have played the Scorcher.
That would kill half his team.
No, I mean he could use the 2/1 to kill the 3/4.
Yeah.
This guy didn't play very well. Let's just put it that he didn't play very well.
Yeah. When I dropped that, I'm like, oh my god, this is my comeback. I can make it now. At this point, he's just going face because he's setting up the Pyroblast, right?
How did you not die from Pyroblast?
Well, this is where I tell you my secret with the halftime scavenger.
Gastropod? Okay.
Yeah.
So you kill the 2/1? 3/3, okay, sure, yeah. And get rid of it.
So he has Arena Fanatic. So he got fucked in 2 turns. He had 2 dead draws.
He didn't want to play the Scorcher to set up a better board. Okay.
And then this is it. I'm dead next turn. He's thinking I'm dead.
Yeah.
He's thinking I'm dead. But then I'm like, okay, wait a second. If I hit the Fanatic, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
On this turn.
I mean, obviously you killed the 2/2.
Yeah, to get the armor.
To get armor.
And then this part is I drew the Dejin.
Did you play this?
Of course. And then he's like, oh man. He's like, I'm getting farther and farther from my goal. Like now I'm 16 life. The guy's like, fuck, I can't get through.
Scorcher here.
Yeah.
Probably play the 4/4 too.
Yeah, he drops everything.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I just got my big dragon out there. I'm like, all right, I just got to stay alive, make sure he can't hurt me, and keep healing every turn.
Okay, so did he Pyroblast a Sleepy? Yep.
Yeah, he had to. And then by that point, he's behind. That's it. He has
Nice.
1 card.
5 cards.
I have like 50. And then here's the best part. I defense matrix.
Oh god.
So you can't do anything.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah,
oh
right?
my god.
I'm at 20 now.
The Jin comeback,
I
man.
told you.
Oh shit.
Defense matrix. He's like trying to kill my Jin and he couldn't. So now I'm like, oh, thanks, bro. I'm a ticket scalper now.
Yeah, this game.
It's right here. I ticket scalper.
This game is
And then I was like,
basically
oh. I feel sorry for you, bro. I'm like, let's try out this card. Oh, this is where I got the former champ for
Right.
2. Yeah. And then that's it. He has no cards.
He has no cards. Basically, needs a top deck of Flame Strike or something.
That
did not happen.
That won't help. And that's why I'm like, you're dead. You're dead to me.
Still can't kill the Jin. Is he gonna kill it now?
Well, it's a bit too late. I'm at 23.
It's too late now, bro.
Yeah.
Now you get 2 more cards.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just like do whatever I want now. It's a joke. I learned my lesson from last time about the Tangle Fur, so I'm like, I'm not playing Tangle Fur.
Yeah,
I'm not
don't
giving you any cards.
Don't give him cards.
Yeah, so it's over. I'm at 4.
Oh yeah, you're at 4. Slaughtered, dude.
Yeah, that was the highlight of my run.
Okay.
Like somehow I survived the Pyro Blast. I just squeaked it by just enough. And then it's like, I don't care what you do.
Yeah,
bro.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So that was the highlight.
pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
It was
you did
fun.
good.
It
You
was
did good.
fun.
You did good, man.
All right, enough of that.
Let's go back
It's
to
good
the
to get a
slide.
12.
How'd you do with your rogue?
Oh, I was 6 and 2, then I disconnected.
Oh,
Like I had the win
bad,
too.
man.
I had the win. He was like at 5 life. I'm like, I just had to attack one more turn, and then I'm like, oh fuck, this guy fucked it. I disconnected, and then
Jesus Christ.
who knows? All right. We're gonna talk about the MVP of my Paladin run, Auto Defense Matrix. 1 mana, secret. When one of your minions is attacked, give it Divine Shield. So, at first I'm thinking like, is this just a shitty? Was the one the 2/1? The one gives it a 2/1.
Noble sacrifice.
Noble Sacrifice. But no, it's much better because at first I thought if I already have a minion with Divine Shield and they attack it, does this trigger and do nothing? But no, that's not how it works. If they attack the minion with Divine Shield, nothing happens. It does not trigger. It's the second time when they attack it.
I think a lot of people don't know this either. So then, when they attack the Divine Shield and nothing happens, they're like, "Oh,
it's
okay,
a shitty spell."
maybe it's a redemption or something,
Yeah.
or repentance." And then they attack it again.
And then they're like, "What? No!"
Yes.
Yeah, I did not know that. Like, I thought this was awful. And it says, this is the thing that I didn't realize either. It says when one of your minions attacks. So if you played on turn 1 and you just, what do you call it? Hero power the 1/1 out and he pings it, it does not go off.
It doesn't go off.
So he still doesn't have any idea what you have there.
yeah.
And then you play a 3/4 and then at that point you're ahead.
Yeah. And it's like you would just bump the 1/1 in, so then he can't hit it back and have the 1/1 get Divine Shield. You
Right.
just get the bigger minion and have Divine Shield.
Right, something like this is great on turn 1.
Yeah. This card, Ant's Bucket, is very pickable, and it's a very, not very, but it is a skill-based card.
It's I think the reason I lost to the Warlock was he figured out I had it and he played around it properly, whereas most people they don't because they don't assume it's like they don't see it. I didn't even know this card existed until I picked it.
Actually, this is like this is the secret I always play around. I don't actually play around Redemption
Okay.
as much because Redemption, a lot of people don't pick Redemption because it's a lot harder to control than Auto Defense Matrix.
Right. You could just lose a 1/1 and then you're oh
yeah,
God.
you could just, and even if you lose like a 3/1, it only comes back as a 3/1, right? Whereas this card, if they attack into your 3/4, it's still a 3/4. So it's almost like this card has like whatever attack it blocked, right?
Yeah, so I was thinking like, whoa, imagine this turn 1, turn 2, you play a slug. I'm like, god damn, a snail.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, then the guy's like screwed.
Yeah, they have to attack into it and it gives it Divine Shield.
So then they
just free kills
yeah.
anything for 1 mana. That's nuts.
And then guess what? You do drop a 3-drop on turn 3, and then the slug's gonna trade up for that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god, you just lost a 2-drop and a 3-drop. I'm like,
yeah. When you have taunts, like we mentioned, it's pretty good too because taunts usually you probably aren't playing the weaker taunt when you play this card, so you probably have like a Amani Warbear, right? 5 attack and it gets Divine Shield. It's crazy.
yeah, exactly. So I didn't know the power of this card till I worked it because I thought at first if it was a Divine Shield, do I just waste it on already because it already has Divine Shield? So we learned that lesson. I learned that lesson. Number 2, it's great with taunts like we said. Number 3, if we have something poisonous, Like if we have a
Yeah. And here's the double whammy, right? It's like a paladin. If you don't get rid of paladin minions, they're just gonna run away with it. Cause paladin has so many cards that buffs poisons minions, right? Like they have potion of heroism. So it's like even if they don't attack and you're a poisonous guy, you could give it divine shield. There's multiple ways of giving divine shield. There's sound the bells, spiker's seed. So
the plus
when you're facing against the paladin, you want to remove their shit, but this thing prevents that from happening effectively. So I feel like it's actually very underrated by Lightforge. They only gave it like a 77.
I didn't know the power level till I used it, and it won me so many games. Like
Yeah.
it stabilized my early game. In the late game, if I drop a taunt and then drop this, then it's even worse. The guy's like, God damn, I have to charge in there, and I have to lose. And then it steps up, and then your minion sticks around, and then guess what? You drop silver swords, and you win the game. That was actually one of my MVPs. It'd always be about even, and then I drop silver swords, attack, my whole board would get buffed, and then I was like, oh, I just flipped it on you. You can't.
And at its worst, it's like it's one attack. It's a 1 mana card that gives 1 attack, which is not terrible.
Yeah, the body sticks around. So
yeah, it's kind of like an Elven Archer at its worst. It's kind of like an Elven Archer.
I think this card is like maybe 3 mana on average of like maybe more. Like it's at least 1 minion probably, right? If you put it on a big taunt.
Yeah, but you kind of have to be ahead. That's kind. I mean,
Not
even ahead,
with a
but
taunt.
you kind of have to plan out your turns.
Well, that's
and a lot of people don't know how to play with this card because I've seen so many people
misplay it.
they would just hero power. You know, like they have another minion on board and then they hero power. So it's like they're trying to not make it obvious, but it's pretty obvious. I always like every time I play against the paladin, I always assume it's this card.
Okay, that's the most scariest one though, right?
Yeah, it's the scariest one. So
it's like the worst case scenario. If you don't play around this, then you're just behind.
Yeah.
You're like you just lost like maybe 3 mana of tempo or something.
But usually it is just 1 mana because the paladin has another spell that's 1 mana and it gives the minion divine shield, hand of protection.
Right.
So that I mean it's pretty much the same. I think Lightforge rates this lower because it's more out of your control, right? You
Right.
gotta turn plan, and then rush minions could easily fuck you up too.
Yeah.
So it does have its flaws.
It could fuck you up, but ultimately you're still gonna eat up the rush minion, right? If you have a taunt guy, it's like they're still taking 2 minions, right?
Yeah, it's one of those cards that's pretty bad when you're behind, but when you're okay on the board, when you're just even or ahead, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay, so that kind of wraps up what we are
Do we have
going to
anything
talk about. What did you learn?
I learned about auto defense matrix. I did not know the interactions. Like maybe we should bring that up each week. Strange interactions that we don't know about, that like I don't know about. Like I didn't know that if I have a divine shield minion, it's not gonna pop the secret. It's gonna let it pretend nothing's happening, and then it comes over again.
Yeah.
It's like triple divine shield. Like you have to kill 3 times.
You know what I learned this week? I learned something this week too. Shaman is not that bad. Shaman's not that bad. I just got 11 wins with Shaman. And let me grab this picture because it's such a crazy. It was so crazy, man.
That's not the right picture.
It is this picture. Okay, let's connect it to the stream here. I don't know why there's so many junk here, but
Photos
where's photos?
down.
Oh, can't see it. Fuck. Oh well. Oh wait, I could just copy it onto the slide. Okay. What am I doing? Sorry guys, let me just.
What did I learn? I also learned that Silver Swords is like the goddamn what do you call it? It's like the paladin version of the freaking Super Collider. Once you drop that Silver Swords, if you're even anywhere close to even, and you start hitting things,
Oh yeah.
it's over because it's 4 charges too. So the first charge, let's say you only get +2 +1 on 2 minions, so it gives you +2 The next turn you have 9 mana. You drop 3 or 4 minions, or let's say 2 minions and a hero power, and you hit again, and then you just buff your whole board. It's like you just flipped it on them. They can't keep up with that.
Yeah, so this is a screenshot I have here. I was at 7-0, okay? And basically on turn 4, I played this taunt. That's 2/7. It costs 7 mana naturally, right? But then it's cheaper based on how many minions your opponent has. So my opponent had 3 minions, so I could play it on turn 4 with 4 mana.
4 mana, 2/7, not bad.
And then on turn 5, I evolved it into a violet worm.
Oh.
And then I totemed and I evolved into a 3 mana 2/6.
Oh, so at that point it's over.
At that yeah, it's like on turn 5 I have a violet worm and a 2/6. Now the 2/6 is like a stegodon, which is 4 mana. So effectively on turn 5 I have 11 mana on turn 5. So it's like out of nowhere I spent like 6 mana for free. It just came out of nowhere.
Well, the fact that 6 mana on turn 5. So that's like
no. I spent 11 mana.
Yeah,
on turn 5.
That's what you meant to say. Yeah. So at that point, the guy loses.
Yeah,
he can't come back from that.
He actually tried pretty hard. Like he had some board clears and everything, but yeah, I mean, just look at my hand too, right? Like it's pretty stacked too. And by like turn 5, I had all this crap. He basically
just gummed up the board. Yeah, Warlock can't keep up.
Slaughtered.
Yeah.
Slaughtered.
Okay. So you think Shaman with Evolve is good? How high would you pick Evolve? Always auto pick in the bucket, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, the first one is always auto pick.
Okay.
But afterwards, I might take a bone mirror or a fire elemental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was my highlight.
Okay.
And I think I understand a little bit more on how to play Shaman now.
Okay, maybe we'll talk about that next week. I'll try a Shaman run eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? Next slide.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
We're excited for the new expansion. We're still playing along. Somehow I got it at 12. Maybe because we had all these new players enter. It's like, hey, expansion, let's play the cards.
Yeah, Golden Portraits are live. So
shit! I just got 12 more Paladin wins.
Nice.
We'll see how many I need to get golden, but thank God for that.
Okay, all right. We'll start the co-op.
We'll start the co-op. I'll get a drink and we'll start the co-op. But thanks you guys for watching, and this will be uploaded to YouTube with the other 2 weeks previously. Now,
I don't know if it's gonna be relevant to upload.
Just upload it all. Someone will watch it, hopefully. Well, why didn't you upload it 2 weeks ago?
I don't do that sort of thing. Man.
Exactly. We're gonna be moving locations to my house soon, so then we can.
All right.
My mom's basement, so we can do it better.
Okay. Let's go to your mom's basement.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. I know it's Saturday. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to hang out with us. This is Casual Player Will.
This is the Pro Tachi.
This is the Player and the Pro. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right.